Nat Turner was an African-American slave preacher in Virginia who led the bloodiest slave rebellion in American history. Nat Turner was born into slavery on October 2, 1800, on the Benjamin Turner family plantation in Southampton County, Virginia. He was born with several marks on his chest that family members regarded as the marks of a prophet. Having learned to read at an early age, he was considered an intellectual at the time as it was highly frowned upon to teach slaves to read. Throughout his life, Turner would look to the Bible to better understand the reason behind the enslavement of his people. His wisdom and natural orating skills led him to become a respected preacher among the surrounding slave community. Early on, he interpreted that the Bible said that slaves should remain subservient to their earthly masters, but a series of prophetic visions changed his views. On August 21, 1831, Turner led a small army that used axes, hatchets, knives, and muskets to kill 55 white Virginians. By August 23, the revolt was suppressed and his followers were apprehended. Turner escaped and hid in the woods for 2 months until he was captured and taken to the jailhouse in the county seat of Jerusalem, today the town of Cortland, Virginia. On August 21, Turner met with a group of fellow conspirators in the swampy woodlands around the Cabin Pond. The group ate a meal and took a vow to kill all the slave owners they encountered, including women and children. They decided the first victims would be Turner's current master, Joseph Travis, and his family, and that Turner should deliver the first blow. The group traveled from farm to farm, slaughtering whites and freeing blacks. Many of the enslaved chose not to join the revolt, and some even fought to protect their masters. At most stops the rebel force grew, at one point reaching around 40 recruits. Over the next 2 days they killed at least 55 whites. Turner's presumed goal was to reach Jerusalem, where he believed there was an armory that his forces could use to further their rebellion. The group never made it to Jerusalem and within 2 days were scattered and captured by the local militia. Turner eluded capture for 2 months by hiding out in the woods. Records shows that out the 53 suspected to be involved, more than 50 were brought to trial, 18 were executed, 12 were transported and sold south, and 21 were discharged to return to their masters. Of the 4 free blacks brought to trial, 1 was executed and the other 3 found not guilty. I had a vision. I saw white and black spirits engaged in battle, and the sun was darkened. The thunder rolled in the heavens and flowed in the streams. Great quotes Turner is saying in The Confessions of Nat Turner. I discovered drops of blood on the corn as though it were dew from heaven. These visions convinced Turner that it was his destiny to unite black men and women, both enslaved and free, to overthrow their masters. For years he waited for a sign from God to begin the fight for freedom. On February 12, 1831, Turner saw a solar eclipse. Upon seeing this sign, Turner discussed his plans with 4 other slaves, and they set the date for July 4. Turner fell sick, however, and that date passed. Around August 13, he witnessed a second atmospheric disturbance in which the sur appeared bluish-green from volcanic dust in the air. It is written that Turner was discovered hiding out on October 30 by farmer Benjamin Phipps. He surrendered to Phipps and was taken to be tried. On November 5, 1831, he was sentenced to death for conspiring to rebel and make insurrections. On November 11 he was hanged. It is rumored that after Nat Turner was hanged, he was then decapitated, quartered, and skinned. Allegedly his skull and brain were sent off for study, his fat was rendered to wagon-wheel grease, and pieces of his tanned skin were given out as souvenirs. This would have been done in an attempt to crush Turner's legacy and prevent him from being exalted as a martyr. Today in Cortland, monuments stand in honor of the Confederate military, and its battle flag can still be seen waving across the South. There's a plague nothing the rebellion happened, but those who see Nat Turner as a hero believe that just as the Confederate memorials stand to benefit descendants of Southern soldiers, it is only fair that descendants of the enslaved should have a place to pay homage to figures like Nat Turner, who gave his life to fight for their freedom.